Kevin and Mike are here to give you great news.
Nice. Hey, welcome everybody.
Are you wearing the same shirt?
I'm wearing the same shirt. No, this is different. This is a slightly different color.
Okay.
Yeah, different tint.
We can tint it in post.
Don't need to.
Okay.
Don't need to.
Intro?
Intro for great news with Kevin and Mike.
Okay. It's an intro. The show's about to begin, bro. So put a smile above your chin, bro. Say hello to happy, goodbye to the blues. Kevin and Mike will give you the fucking great news.
Nice.
Nailed it.
Very nice. Now, we have a video to begin this episode with.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Am I hearing that right?
This has been around for like a couple weeks now.
Okay.
But it's crazy on so many levels. Check this out. This is our good friend Manny Ramirez.
Okay.
Nice hat. Can I ask you a question? Yes, man. Who's your favorite player? Why? No. Nice hat.
Guy wearing a Boston Red Sox hat. Manny Ramirez at Starbucks goes, excuse me, can I ask you? No clue who he is.
I mean,
No.
he doesn't look a lot like he used to look.
Do you know Red Sox fans?
Agreed, yes.
Okay.
Agreed.
That's like fucking insane.
That's funny.
You know he's here, Manny Ramirez?
No.
He's actually here.
Oh.
Old friend of the show.
Old friend of the show. This is a exciting moment. I miss Manny. I miss when he was a Dodger.
All right. All right, Kevin.
Hi, Manny.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Don't do that.
All right, I so excited to be here for second show of Gape News.
Grape news.
Gape,
Did I
grape,
say great?
grape news.
Great.
Great news.
Yes. Great news.
I have some great Jews. Do you know that?
No, great news.
Jesus, great Jew.
This is great news.
Moses,
This is
Sandy Koufax,
This is
Adam Sandler, great Jew.
this is great news.
I have
Please stop doing that
have
with
my
your.
bag of tricks.
Okay.
I take it with me everywhere I go.
You actually did bring a bag.
I have a whistle.
High quality.
Hold on. Ezekiel.
He just spilled the bag everywhere.
I have a phone.
That's a banana.
Hello, who this? Pedro Martinez? Hi, how are you, Pedro? How's your little person? Oh, he's dead? That's terrible.
That's just a banana. That's not a phone.
Remember when we had
That-
three-way with Bernie Sanders? It was crazy. All right.
That's just a banana, Manny. That was not a phone. You weren't talking to anyone. Sorry to tell you that.
I have a harmonica.
Okay.
I have a dreidel. Roseanne is filmed in front of a live studio audience. All right.
He's digging around in his bag to find.
Oh, I dropped it.
Oh, you did,
I
yeah.
don't know what this is. I have a dildo.
Nope, that's not what that is. Oh, yeah, that's a nice slide whistle.
Oh,
Oh, man. All right.
all right.
Manny, thank you.
Hey, Kevin. I really miss you.
Okay, I miss you
I'm
too,
going
Manny.
back to Australia.
Okay, I miss you, Manny,
The
too.
toilet spin backwards.
All right. Take care. He actually had a bag of all kinds of stuff to play. Mike, did you see Manny?
Yeah. And I recognized him.
Sure, of course you
Okay.
did.
Unlike that fella.
He's one of your heroes.
Kevin, before we get to the great news, I have some great news for you.
Okay.
My wife has recorded something
Oh,
for you and for the audience
okay.
that I don't know what it is,
I love you.
but I
She's the
know
best.
it's embarrassing for me.
Okay, good.
I present to you Closet Confessional.
Okay. It's exciting.
Kevin. Hi, it's me, Bianca. Sorry, I'm just in the closet. I just wanted to have a little chat, and of course, you know, these days privacy is a little difficult to come by. But I really wanted to say thank you for getting Mike out of the house these last 10 months have been rough. But anyway, I was just thinking, what if I just shared with you some stories, for your new show?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know,
Nope, we don't have time for
we
this.
have time for stories.
be like, maybe embarrassing.
Yes, please.
For Michael.
Yes.
Not that I want to embarrass him, but I was just thinking, sometimes I feel like he gets a little cocky, and it might be nice for you to have a little arsenal to, put him in his place.
I'm down for
What do you
this.
think?
I'm here for it.
Anyway, I was thinking we could start off with one of my favorites, actually. When Magnolia was about a year old, we had a baby monitor in her bedroom, and it was motion activated, so we would get an alert on the iPad.
Uh-oh.
And one day she was at the park with the nanny, and I got an alert, which was strange because she wasn't even home. And so I went to go check the iPad, and I rewound it a couple minutes, and in grainy black and white footage, there's Mike slinking through the darkness to the changing station, and he grabs the baby wipes and proceeds to pull down his pants and wipe his butthole. Yes, this is the man that I married.
What?
I have a lot of questions.
Do with that what you will.
Okay.
Okay. See you later.
I did my business,
But,
and there was no baby wipes. And I'm not a man who's going to dry wipe only. Okay? That's like...
So you knew your child was gone.
And I knew that there was lots of baby wipes there because she was a fucking baby.
Right.
And there's a whole diaper thingy with like Costco baby wipe thingies. No child there.
Did you know there was a camera?
I mean, somewhere in the back of the annals of my mind, I did, but I didn't think of it at the time. I thought, hey, no one's here. I can go and...
Okay. I mean, that's great news for me. I don't know that it's great news for a lot of people.
I feel like there's a lot of people that are shaking their heads and go, I get it, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's happening.
Do you have any great news for me, Kevin?
I do. I have a story about somebody being in the hospital with COVID. Which
Awesome.
has-
Already, oh, so cool.
Which has really, really sucked this past year.
Sure.
And, they can't get visitors and the whole thing that goes on. It's very sad when they're on ventilators and they can't talk.
Sure.
So there was a music teacher, and he was in intensive care for 30 days and hadn't been able to talk. But he could play the violin. So as his way of saying thank you to the staff there, he got out a violin while still not able to talk and played them a little tune
Okay.
to say thank you for taking care of me.
That's sweet.
And that's my great news. Let's see it. His name is Grover.
Solid.
As soon as he started playing, it was just this just overwhelming sense of peace that came over everyone. It brought so much happiness and ease to the entire unit.
He's still intubated. He still has the tube down his throat. I mean, it's a little pitchy, but it's pretty good for a guy that's intubated.
It's a positive, encouraging moment rather than a moment that's filled with sadness and grief, which seems to be becoming a little bit more common just with the increasing cases of COVID. And I feel so lucky to be able to have experienced that with him and to be able to build such a unique relationship with this man. Something I will never ever forget.
They interviewed...
It will forever be a huge turning point in my nursing career.
They interviewed the right nurse.
They did.
Because as inspiring as that is, to see him there with the tubes connected to play like that, it's actually very moving.
Agreed.
But there were a whole lot of doctors and nurses who are like, this guy's a music teacher?
She appreciated the effort that he was still intubated.
Is that
while
his
playing.
main instrument?
He's a music teacher. That's all I know. I don't know if he taught all instruments, but
Because if that's like his go-to, then I'm a little suspicious of him teaching music.
He's still intubated. He still has tubes.
He's not
down
fucking singing. Okay, if he was playing the trumpet, I'd be like, okay, it sounds a little pitchy, bro.
I have to imagine that that's his instrument because he had it in the emergency room in the
No,
ICU.
maybe he's a piano player, and they're like, we can't really get a piano in here, sir. But,
That could be. I don't know.
But one of our RNs has a Stradivarius in their fucking drum.
I find that to be a very sweet story that he was able to show his thankfulness even though he was still intubated. And that's my great news.
I agree. It's a great story. I thank you for bringing it to me. You're a damn liar if you don't say that you were
A little pitchy. It was a little pitchy.
No, good for you, Mr. Wilhelmsen Grover. Grover's a sick name.
Yeah, Grover is. I agree.
There's names where you're like, I know that guy's cool. You know, like
And Grover's one of those?
Dale, Grover. You don't meet any douchey Grovers.
No, that's true. You don't meet any Grovers either.
Not since Cleveland.
Correct.
Speaking of Cleveland, so they're going to play the rest of the 2021 season with the Cleveland Indians, but the Cleveland Indians announced they're changing their name.
Oh, I didn't know
Okay?
that.
They're no longer going to be the Cleveland Indians. Out of sensitivity for Native Americans, hey, awesome. Okay, great. That actually is a pretty profound thing to consider. It's been around for like 120 years or
The
something.
Washington Redskins just did that
Yeah,
recently.
Redskins did it. What can we do to make them the Steamers?
I don't think
Is
that's
there
going to
any
happen.
petition we can sign to make them the Cleveland Steamers?
I mean, it's possible that the people that are making that decision don't know, in which case, yes.
How many newscasts have you seen where they're like, let's give a happy birthday to Lou Skunt? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's plenty of people who wear suits and make big decisions that we can pull one over on.
Yeah, oh,
and if
agreed.
we just go like, oh, there was a huge steaming community in the 20s in Cleveland.
Not positive that's good. We have to put some more work into that.
You like dogs? You
I
dog guy?
love dogs.
I don't like when
love
people,
dogs.
I don't like when people don't like dogs.
Yeah,
I'm
they-
always
They're suspicious.
right. So this dude's dog was lost in upstate New York.
Is that a Labrador?
It looks like a lab mix. A pale coated golden retriever, a puppy. This dog's name is Meadow, and it went missing in upstate New York in a
Meta
wooded
World
area.
Peace?
Huh?
Meta World Peace?
Meadow World Peace. Remember when he
That'd be
came
a
in? Do you remember when he came into the show after the Lakers won the championship in his uniform?
Yeah, we did. We were doing a morning show on K-Rock at the time, and the Lakers had won the championship, and he was scheduled to come in the next morning, but he came in, he was still in his uniform, and he'd been up all night partying.
Not warm-ups.
No.
No, he was in his Laker jersey.
Yeah, he may still be wearing that. I'm not sure.
So Meadow,
You're the missing.
hold on. You just hold on. Meadow went missing in upstate New York, and this guy, the owner, Gary, the owners Gary and Debbie Morgan, they put up reward posters all over, because they just loved their dog, and they knew that it's winter in upstate New York. So if your dog goes missing,
I've been part of those friends who somebody says, hey, we have to go look. And you scour the neighborhood for hours to try and find this dog because you know what it would mean to you.
it absolutely. I'm a crier.
Same.
I'm shocked that I've made it through 1.5 episodes of the show without crying. But I cry and I tear up and I go, wow, that's really touching. Even at like funerals and stuff of loved ones. I like a sick person. One time in my life, and it was a couple years ago, my wife and I had to put down a dog. And
it wasn't
when
yours?
You take them, yeah, I just found him on the street. You take the dog to the vet and
Yes.
you're looking at it and you're like, and
Yes.
the vet put in the juice and she's like, he's gone now. And I just
Yes.
watched him close his eyes and I went and I put my head to him and
I don't think you're human if you don't at that point.
So anyway, they're an elderly couple and they just loved this dog, Meadow, and it's missing. And like any good dog owner would do, they put up the reward signs. This guy doesn't know them. Brian James had no clue who these people are. He just sees one of these posters up and he's like, it's winter in upstate New York. That dog's gonna die soon. I need to get into action. I'm a highly skilled drone pilot, and
All
a
right.
mountaineering expert.
All right.
He strapped up, went walking, and took his drone and a big screen, and he's like, I'm going to find this frickin' dog.
With a drone.
Check it out.
Finally tonight here, the missing dog and the stranger willing to help. America Strong. Brian James from Cairo, New York is a licensed hiking guide and a drone pilot. He saw this flyer online for a lost dog named Meadow, a 1-year-old golden retriever. She was missing from a few towns over in Andes, New York. Brian was moved. He heard many in town were helping to search for Meadow, so he drove over to join in.
I'm realizing that she might be easy to see from the air if we find her before snow.
Flying his drone near where she was last spotted.
Can we stop just for 1 second?
Yes.
Miles of trees.
Just for 1 second. He's breathing pretty hard for a hiker.
Dude,
He's a hiker.
maybe he's at high altitude.
He's trying desperately just to get one breath.
Hiking's hard.
Right, but he does that all the time.
That's true.
Which means he should be in shape.
Yeah.
And not breathing
No,
hard.
if we were watching John Jones train,
Yes,
we wouldn't be
correct.
like, why is it's fucking out of breath?
All right, so he's looking for the dog and he's using the drone.
Slowly canvassing when all of a sudden he spots a patch of white.
Boom!
He stops and zooms in.
All right, I was able to get a visual on Meadow from the air.
Then, on foot, he races toward that spot and he sees her.
Come here.
Meadow runs to Brian, and not long after, she is reunited with her family after being missing for 10 days. And right here tonight,
Hi, David.
Meadow back home with Gary and Debbie Morgan, telling us not only are they overjoyed, that when they saw that video, they couldn't believe it.
At the last second, he saw a small white dot on the forest floor. It was Meadow.
They are thankful to have Meadow home and thankful for Brian, the stranger, who answered that call.
And being able to rescue her and
Bring her back to us.
And tonight, Brian telling us that everybody's got the capability to help. You never know what will come of it. Meadow home just in time for Thanksgiving. And
Kaboom!
That's pretty great news.
Meadow. I'm a little teary-eyed.
That's
But,
pretty great news. The guy didn't even know him. I love that.
10 days
Yeah.
that dog is gone in upstate New York. How scared was it?
You have to be, well, also as the owners, you have to be thinking 10 days.
Yeah.
I don't
You're a
think we're
realist,
going to see
right?
that dog again.
You want to keep your hopes up. But
Yeah,
you're
of
like,
course.
This dog's
Of course.
fucking an icicle.
All right, let's talk about the Christmas season that just passed.
Yes.
Because what a lot of people do is put stuff on layaway.
Yeah.
They can't afford to pay for the whole thing, so they go, put it on layaway and I'll have money later.
Especially if you have kids and you
Yes.
know that he or she, they desperately want something, but you just don't have the cash at the time. And,
Yes.
you get it. Yeah.
So a man walks into a Walmart, sounds like a joke,
Great joke.
and pays for all of the things that are on layaway.
Okay.
Pays for all of them.
All.
Watch.
An anonymous Secret Santa generously paid off $50,000 in layaway items at Henrico Walmart. That's Virginia, I believe. Clearing the store's total for around 100 people's Christmas gifts. One of those lucky customers told me she was stunned and began to cry when she saw her zero balance owed.
Just walked in and said, everything that's on layaway, I want to pay off. And so then Walmart was able to call all those customers and say, hey, by the way, somebody you don't know came in and paid for your items.
I am so impressed by that for two reasons. One, that's incredibly generous. Two, the person didn't think to say please let them know it was me,
Right.
Jillian Welch. You know?
No, didn't want any credit.
And by the way, I hate to be this guy, but I was not shocked to see a Walmart in Malibu. You knew it was somewhere else in the country, because there's
was,
just
sure.
no one in LA County is going around and how can I drop $50,000?
Dude paid $50,000 to buy off all of the stuff on layaway at Walmart. That's great news.
That makes
And
me
that's
feel
the impact that you can have as one person is really a miracle.
And if you're not balling, kind of like in the dog story where the guy said, everyone can help in the way that they can. He's like, I drive drones or I fly drones
Right.
and I hike. So I knew I could do something about it. It's like everyone has that ability. It's, we all don't have 50,000 dispensable dollars. But we all have something.
Yeah, no, you can pay attention to the people around you and help them if they need help.
Yeah.
Manual labor, whatever it is that they need. You have a way of helping the people around you.
I can just come by and you can look at me.
Well, I mean, that's a dream.
If people...
That is a
they
dream.
fucking need it.
Okay, all right. It's not that much of a dream.
I think about it a lot, though, actually. Not to bloviate too much, but I live in Venice Beach, and it's got to be one of the worst, if not the worst, homeless areas as far as like a giant homeless population. And so I'm constantly coming in contact and dealing with homeless people. And I don't want
to say, beat it, kid.
I do. I'm like, dude, do you know what the property value is around here? You're ruining it. But I don't want to sound too, I'm not going to try to be completely dishonest and say like, it just breaks my heart all the time. I'm uniformly,
You sort of get used to it.
I go, a lot of the time, 10% of the time I say, I was like, man, my wife and I work really hard to live here and there's someone pooping in the street. That's not cool, but.
That's your street to poop in.
Yeah, the other side of me starts to think, and you talk to these people and you're like, oh my God, this is a human being.
Yes.
It's not a statistic. This is a human being. And then I get to realize that they're mentally ill, addicted to drugs and alcohol, or both. And I think about how, by virtue of pure luck of being born and raised in the zip code that I was raised in by the parents I have, that's how I'm not like you. Because if I didn't have parents who are willing to just like wipe my butt with a check every single time I screwed up with drugs and alcohol and my mental illness, I would absolutely be that guy or gal.
And I would walk right past you
and
I would go, what a loser.
You would kick the can out of my fucking hands. And when I played songs on my guitar, you'd say, you suck, little pitchy. Just like the fucking
like that violin player that wasn't great. I got to be honest, he wasn't great.
No, so I always think like there's very little that separates me from this guy or that.
And you don't have to do the $50,000 for Walmart to change people's lives.
No.
It can be little things.
I gift Pornhub a subscription.
Very sweet.
Very often, because I know everyone needs that. I got some great news for you.
Okay.
You've been working in media a long time. You're just inundated with these people that make you go like, fuck, I suck.
Oh, yeah.
This guy or gal.
Just by existing, they
so,
make...
Yes. And you go, bravo, but fuck you. Because the standards are so... his name is Neil Heritage.
Okay.
He's 39. He is a British soldier who had both his legs blown off by a suicide bomb in Iraq in 2004.
Wow.
Okay? Already a party.
Yeah. That's rough.
He took that set of circumstances, which is obviously very overwhelming, and he decided that he was going to do something with it that most of us probably wouldn't be able to do. And he started to achieve these amazing feats of endurance. Ironmans, triathlons. He started climbing. He started to be like an alpine climber. And he would get to the summit of big mountains, and then he decided, being that he's there in Europe, he's going to try the Matterhorn.
Okay.
3 times with prosthetics on, he fails because of danger and inclement weather and all this. And just recently, he made it to the top. And there he is at the top of the Matterhorn. And by the way, can I point something out? Okay, thank you for enlarging that picture. They put there the story from BBC. They put second from the left, Neil Heritage. And I was like, you're a dick for even saying, like, how about Neil Heritage in the middle? He's the one with no legs. I don't think you need to put second from the left when you look at this fucking picture and there's 3 dudes who are like, hey, look at me with my leggy legs.
We have legs.
I'm the guy with no legs. He's Neil Heritage. Dicks. But obviously it was very moving, and it was a bunch of veterans alongside him who helped him along the way. And now he said that he is going to be the first man who has an amputation above the knee, double amputation above the knee, to canoe through the Amazon.
Wow. Yeah, he's showing off now. I agree with you.
He already destroys us by going to Iraq.
Yes.
Okay?
And getting hurt and not laying in bed and feeling sorry for himself.
Signing up voluntarily. Like, yeah, so I'm going to go join the military. That just sounds like a good thing to do. Already better than us.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay? Ultimate sacrifice you can make. Goes to Iraq, suicide bomb, ba-boom, legs gone.
Both.
Okay?
Crazy.
Already, now, another tier. What does he do?
Iron Man.
Iron Man. He's probably got a huge penis.
Okay.
I'm just saying he's better than us.
He's better than us. There's no
And
question about that.
I put my hand
And that's
together.
great news.
Yeah.
Do you remember when I threw out the first pitch at the Dodger game?
Oh, do I remember? I was 15 feet away.
The day that the military hero was there?
Yeah.
Were you there for that time? I did it twice.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I don't know that this military hero with one leg is going to throw out a ball before I do.
Yes.
But he goes out. He's a military hero.
I believe both legs gone?
I think so.
Yeah.
Crowd going crazy. And I was on the side going, I'm not going after that guy. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's a military hero right there.
There's
Just
no,
let him
there's
do
no
it.
upside.
Right. He throws a perfect strike.
Yeah.
I fall down. But I'm just saying, I didn't know I was going to have to go after him.
He did, I'm not saying this for effect. He has no legs and did a much better pitch than you did.
Correct. He was already better than me when we went into the stadium.
Yeah.
And much better when we went out.
My brother-in-law, my wife's brother, has no legs. From like hip down. Okay?
Yeah.
He's
What's his
another
name?
Andre Kylick.
Okay, sorry. I was just...
It's not Lean or Eileen
Skip or whatever.
Skip, yes.
Yeah.
And he decides, like, as someone who never competed in any sports really ever. I mean, he was a high school athlete, but he was never like a passionate fitness guy.
Right.
Loses his legs. He's done numerous Ironmen. He did the race across America with no legs and stuff. And I always feel really bad. And he's really, really good looking. When he went to pick up my daughter from preschool a couple years ago with my wife and without me. I go back to pick up my daughter a couple days later, and they're like, your wife's brother is so hot. All the teachers, right? And I'm like, fuck you. I'm the hot one.
Not anymore.
Family, okay?
Not anymore.
Right. And I always feel really bad because he's a really good guy, and he does all these great achievements. So I always have to knock him down a couple pegs.
Sure.
Because I'll be like,
It doesn't work, but
dude,
sure.
great job. You go across the finish line. Amazing. I'm going to go walk. Do you want to do a squat session with me? Should we squat together?
That makes you worse.
I know.
Makes you worse.
Do you have any other great news for me, Kevin?
I have one last story, and it involves a runner who can't see.
Okay.
A runner who can't see. Let's just roll that video. It's a crazy...
Seems dangerous.
It does seem dangerous, but he has a friend, and it's great.
Rebel Hayes and Paul Scott, running partners who have helped each other while gaining a true friendship. The pair was recently featured on national television for their inspirational story. Paul, a West Fork High School athlete, is
Hold, please.
Rebel's help.
Okay.
He's become a successful cross-country runner. Today, they were surprised with $500 gift.
Hold.
So they can continue chasing their dreams.
We saw it as a good opportunity to help support, do what they love doing. And then we also saw the team effort and really them pushing each other to be excellent.
In our program has been just amazing for the other athletes to see. And so when you're around that every day on a daily basis, I think it really encourages athletes to be the best they can be.
Academy also donated $5,000 gift to buy new cross-country gear for the rest of the team.
I didn't know it was a kid.
How crazy is that? And he has a friend who runs with him. He's got a little leash. I don't mean a leash. I mean
It's kind of a tether.
Tether, thank you.
Tether.
And he helps him run.
Fayetteville's Board of Health continues to
Not sure what's happening.
We just wanted more audio.
That's pretty cool. Do you think when he got to the finish line, though, like, he sort of went first?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
And By the way, if blind guy didn't let his guy who helps him the whole way so that he could even train in the sport finish a little before him, he's a dick.
Well, we don't know that any of that happened. All we know is
I'm saying
there's a kid that helps a blind kid run cross country.
Hey, okay, to get a little serious for a second. I'm just like most people who are above 35 will kind of rip on young kids today for being too overly sensitive.
Sure.
You know, they were a little fragile, and everything's a micro trigger and all microaggression and the whole thing. But I do think that kids today, the teenagers and stuff, are literally more sensitive, and in a good way too.
Yeah, much better. I agree.
Because that wouldn't. When I was a freshman, we would not lead blind dudes around.
I'm not judging any of these great news stories by how we would do, because I know as well.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to charge another kid to play basketball. He was. This is something that my dad told me that he was very disappointed in me for. Everyone else got to play for free, except for Terry Paulus, and I charged him $25 to play basketball.
$25?
Yes, and he paid, and everyone was mad at me because he was playing, and they were like, charge him more. And my dad said, I'm so disappointed.
Did you share the money?
No, God, no. No, I'm just saying, freshman high school me, same. I'm not helping that kid run, and he's blind, and that's amazing.
Getting back to living in unfortunately like a bad homeless problem. A couple weeks ago, I was walking down the Venice Boardwalk, and I see these two probably like 16-year-old kids on skateboards, and they're skating by this homeless dude, and they're far enough away that I can't hear them. And this homeless guy like motions to him, and the kids stop what they're doing. They get off their skateboards and they walk up to him, and I'm like, oh, dude,
this is gonna go south.
Because I'm like thinking 16-year-old skateboarders,
Agreed.
they're gonna fuck this guy up.
You knew you at 16, and I knew me at 16, and that would not have.
And I hate to even admit that.
Yeah,
but I was like, every part of me was like, oh, dude, I gotta go intervene. And they walk up to him, and one puts his arm around him, and the other one rummages through his pockets, and they find money, and they hand it to him. And I was like, okay, we could tighten up a little bit of the sensitivity with the kids. Like, they could realize that a lot of the world isn't out to get them, and that, you know, some of the. But I do think that this movement to be more sensitive and be more aware of the world around you it was real and is good.
I've just reached that point at my age of 88. I just reached the point where I would not just walk by somebody that was, it seemed like it was too much. I don't know what the problems are and the whole thing. It's amazing.
When did you stop with the mace?
Last year.
Do you remember when we got carpet bombed with mace at?
I do, yeah.
At Rage Against, it was Rage Against the Machine?
It was Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
I have one more story as well. What's that?
It was tear gas, but go ahead.
It was.
Yeah,
right?
it was.
And like 3 songs in?
Yeah.
What was security like? What was the upside of that? Like, what did they think?
Well, the whole upper part of the arena was pushing down, and the fence was bending, and they were just about to all go into the pit.
Okay.
It would have been a disaster.
Worse than tear gas?
So they brought in a plane and tear gassed the whole place. All right, we may be off topic now.
Okay, this
the point is, 16-year-olds are better than us.
Yes,
and that's a good thing.
And don't tear gas.
And that's a good thing. Yeah.
This is a long story.
Oh no! They found he thrown the pitch.
Oh yeah, no. What now? Now play
Come
now.
on.
Play now.
That is nonsense. First of all, look at us.
I pause 1 second. I swear to God, I'm not kidding. I was like, why are they putting up Eminem? Like, what is this an Eminem concert?
This is me throwing out the first pitch. Bean's wearing a Mariners jersey
at Dodger Stadium,
so he's getting a lot of hate. Oh, what a beautiful pitch. Oh, it bounced.
Let's have a hand for Kevin and Bean and all of our friends from KROQ.
I'm glad they only found that one and not the one where I fell.
Give them time.
No, we're out of time.
The internet's undefeated.
We're out of time.
Do you have the incredibly long story of the homeless man who is the nicest person that's ever lived. Do you have that guys ready for me? Okay, here we go. So I got to give you a little bit of backstory, and then I will just let it play because it is long, but it's worth it. This is the greatest great news ever.
The greatest?
The greatest great news.
This is the best news ever?
In my opinion, this is one of those stories where I watch it, I go, there's no way this is real. This is YouTube kids who have done a great job of mocking up something.
Right.
Then you get to talking with the gentleman at the center of this story, and you're like, oh my God, this is real. And then you go down and read the YouTube comments and stuff, and the guy who put this together gives a little bit more information. You're like, oh my God.
Is this going to make us feel better about ourselves or worse?
This is one of those. This isn't like some guy who got his arms blown off in Afghanistan and learned how to play piano with his feet.
Okay.
This is just one of those where you're like, man, I'm a lot happier to be a human being.
Good.
Because you know that this type of love exists. So this guy, Johal, he does these social experiments on his YouTube channel and everything. And I came across this one. And like I said, so much of it early on made me go, well, there's just no way that's real.
It's too good to be true.
But go ahead and let's roll. And we'll kind of narrate as we go.
Yo, what's going on, you guys? So today I met a
Not that I don't like Johal, but let's get
extremely
ahead of him.
Before this video starts, make sure to turn on the notifications for this channel so you guys will be updated every single time.
Right. Same
Okay.
with great
So
news.
homeless guy, Johal comes up, sees homeless guy, puts $100 bill in his in his little backpacky area there. Okay.
He already did that?
Yeah. He just dropped it off there.
All right. Guy notices. Super emotional.
Okay. Now at this point, because of like the all right and like looking up at God, I'm like, oh, this is fucking staged. Screw you.
And then he goes and buys like a couple beers.
Yeah, okay, so we follow him. He's discovered his money.
Okay.
What does he do with it? You're like, oh, is he gonna go buy meth? Fuck. I'm so bummed. But no, he goes to Target. He gets himself food and supplies.
Okay.
Okay. Comes back out, sits down at the same park bench after getting his Target stuff.
Okay.
And so now I'm starting to warm up to this story a little bit, where I'm thinking, all right, maybe this is real.
He got some stuff for
But it
himself
just
that he needed.
It seems too good to be true. Okay.
Yeah.
So this Johal fella is not done with this social experiment. He's gonna come and kind of fuck with this guy, to be honest, in a leading way.
He doesn't ask for his money back, does he?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do, dude. Like, I don't get my money till next week, and I'm like over here like stressing the heck out. Like, I don't know what to do anymore, dude. Like, completely lost. I have no money on me right now. She's really sick and she really needs the medicine. That's the thing. It's like, seriously sucks living paycheck to paycheck when you don't have enough money for your daughter's medicine and you can't really do anything. You know what I mean? It's like I'm so lost right now, dude. Just let me know if you can, help out with any money, dude, because I really need to get my daughter medicine, dude. But yeah, I'll hit you up later, man. All right. All right, peace, man. Peace. Oh my God. What do I do?
You all right, Pete?
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I need to get my daughter medicine, and it's like, I don't know what to do, man. Like, I don't have the money.
It's tough, all right.
Huh?
Times are tough, all right.
Yeah, I know. It sucks so badly. It's like she depends on me, to get the medicine too, and it's like I don't know what to do,
Had he seen him?
Can't get her medicine,
No.
So bad.
You be here a minute?
Huh?
You be here a minute? You be here a minute?
Yeah, I'm over here the whole time.
Let's watch my backpack for me and
Yeah, I got you.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay.
So, homeless man. Pause this real quick. Homeless man with nothing. Stroke of luck, gets the $100 bill and goes and gets himself some food and stuff.
Right.
Here's this guy. By the way, you could stand to go to a couple acting classes.
Yeah, that wasn't
Johal.
great.
He goes, my daughter's sick, and she gotta get in for the medicine. Anyway, but I'm enough clowning on you. So Johal does this thing where he puts on the fake story. You okay, man? That's when I knew it was real. By the way, when I heard that guy's voice,
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, this is real. Over here's it. Just hold on. Can you watch my backpack? Okay, roll it.
And that guy runs off with his backpack.
Hey, sir, what's up?
How you feeling?
Huh?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm still trying to figure it out, you know, and I have your backpack. I'm still trying to figure it out and everything, you know what I mean?
I managed to come up with a little money myself.
Oh, what happened to your bags?
I just took it back to where I got it, Target over there.
Uh-huh.
I had a few things that,
Oh, did you get something from Target?
yeah.
What happened?
Blankets and pillows. Some,
Blankets and pillows?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Things I can get by without figuring out, but he seemed to be in a little more trouble than I was, so there.
So you return?
You to take care of your daughter.
You return your pillows, your sleeping bags, just give me, my daughter, my medicine?
Yeah.
Why would you do that though? You didn't have to do
I
that.
look pretty stressed out, you know. I can remember plenty of times. You know.
Don't you need that stuff though?
I get by without it. I get by. You know, I'll be okay. You know,
But don't you need this money? You get something to eat.
I'll get something somewhere. Something will happen. It will come up.
I know, how long has it been since you ate though?
Yesterday.
You haven't ate since yesterday and you're just trying to give me money?
Yeah.
That really means a lot to me, like something, like you would do that, you know what I mean? Like, you seem like you really need the money too, you know? Where do you sleep at night?
Here, there, anywhere. I feel safe.
So like, that's incredibly inspiring. Like, like how you would do that. Here's another $500, man.
You're kidding me.
No, man. Give me a hug, man.
Oh my God.
Give me a hug, man.
Thanks a lot, man.
That, you know, like what you did, that really, no, don't cry, please don't cry, please don't cry. What you did, that was really inspiring. Like, no, don't cry, please don't cry. Just give me
Stop
a
saying
smile.
that. I'm crying, you fucker.
Wow.
So you get the gist of that video.
He took the stuff that he bought back, turned it back in, got the money, and gave it to this guy.
And by the way, didn't return half of it.
Yeah.
So he could have a pillow or a blanket, and then gave the guy $50. Returned all of it to give the guy $100, who he has never met, and he said, "You clearly need it more than I do. I'll get by.
Yep.
I'll be fine."
That's miraculous.
It's unbelievable. And then obviously the silver lining is that Jahal, this was all put on. He gave the guy $500 more. And
And then the guy said, "What about your daughter?" And he said, "I don't have one." And then
he said, "How old's your daughter?" Is she over 18?
Nope, that didn't happen.
No.
That's an amazing story.
Yeah, and so this is cry number one for me on Great News with Kevin and Mike. But I just found it so moving because
people in need. That's a miracle to him to find the $100.
Fucking
yes,
$100. That's a miracle.
Goes, gets the stuff that he's needed for a long time,
yeah,
and then takes it back and gives it back to the kid. That's crazy good.
It is. And obviously, look, I'm not trying to put down people who are wealthy who are giving. That's obviously beautiful, and I encourage anyone to be of service. But for someone literally with nothing,
yeah,
the guy has his backpack, and he's like, "I think I ate yesterday." So there you go. That is
that's really
like
great.
Button that.
Oh
yeah. Ooh.
Come on. All right, may I just say, okay, hold on. Okay, no.
Oh!
If you watch closely,
I'm not.
All right, if you watch
before you
closely-
defend yourself.
Okay.
Before you, I'm going to say something.
Okay.
And this may surprise you.
All right.
You clearly know how to pitch.
Yes.
You actually do look.
Yeah, I pitched in high school.
90% of that motion.
Yeah.
Looked really good. And
Until the end.
Because people who can play baseball, when you see someone who can't throw, you're like, oh, well, that person, you can clearly do.
Right.
And you didn't have baseball cleats on.
Right.
You didn't have spikes on, and
Right.
that's a pitcher's mound made of dirt.
Okay.
So I will cut you some slack.
Okay, and I told everybody that my front foot slipped.
Yeah.
And then we watched it again, and my front foot did not slip
It
at
didn't
all.
appear that way.
But here's the thing: if you watch closely, if you know pitches, I'm trying to throw a knuckleball.
Why would you fucking do that?
Because I could never do it in high school, and I thought this is the grand stage. I'm going to win life by throwing a knuckleball at Dodger Stadium. So if you watch, my fingers are behind the ball, and it's a little awkward.
That's like
I almost shot put it.
That's like a guy training his whole life in MMA and waiting till the UFC to throw a wheel kick. It's like, I've never tried it before, but this is my time.
Oh, no, I tried it a bunch of times and failed.
That's even worse!
I could throw a knuckleball.
You had knowledge that you don't throw...
I just couldn't get it in the strike zone, so I figured this is going to be my redemption.
And you had Bean as your catcher.
Yes.
Let me throw the most confusing pitch possible. Let me clarify. If this works out the way I want it to, it's going to totally screw with my catcher.
Yeah, I didn't even think about him. I was just thinking about myself. All right, now if you watch it as it goes, watch my knuckles to see that it's a knuckleball, and I just can't even get halfway there.
You did throw a knuckleball.
I threw a knuckleball.
Why would you do that?
I threw a knuckleball about 3/4 of the way to home plate.
Okay, I will give you a little more credit again. Looked good, motion looked good. You clearly know how to play baseball.
Bad decision.
You're not wearing spikes. The knuckleball knuckled. Like if
it
you
knuckled,
watch
I know.
There was no rotation.
Until it hit the ground, it was a good knuckleball.
No rotation.
Look at me. Wow. I'm pretty sure that's not how you're supposed to throw a knuckleball. Look at me now.
Oh, no.
I'm down before it got to Bean.
No, it's perfect. Charlie Huff looked exactly right. He was a knuckleballer. So last episode, before we were, I don't know why I'm taking off my jacket.
I'm not sure either.
Rudy.
Last episode, Rudy stopped by and said he was in trouble because it was anniversary, and for some reason, Sad Girl wasn't talking to him. Apparently, he messed up on the gift. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but we figured that we would have Rudy back in, and maybe we could get to the end of it, to the bottom of it, before we finish with this week's great news. Hey, Rudy, did you see Mike?
I don't know. I heard you talking about me, fool.
Okay.
So like, listen, dog. First off, I just want to give you some advice.
Okay. Don't try a knuckleball.
Don't throw knuckleballs at Dodger Stadium.
Okay.
Dog. Secondly, don't use cohetes, don't use guns for piñatas.
I don't.
Don't do that.
Oh,
in the
you
future,
did that. You did that?
Yeah. I'm going to miss my homie Spackle. That vato, he didn't deserve that, fool.
Okay, so you used a gun? On a piñata?
My youngest is 6, fool, and she was hitting it with, the fucking baseball bat?
Yeah, wiffle bat?
75 swings, and the piñata won't burst.
Okay.
So my homeboy, you know that vato Game Boy?
Yeah,
From
Game Boy. I
Belmonte?
like Game Boy.
He's like, I'm done with it. So then all of us are like, hey, let's join in the fun. And next thing you know, Spackle, that vato's dead, fool.
Okay. What did that have to do with your anniversary?
I'm just trying to be a good influence on you and the audience so that people don't
make the mistakes.
Make the same mistakes that I do.
All right.
So last episode, I told you my wife, I'm sorry, my wife won't talk to me right now.
Is this you celebrating at the Laker parade?
Oh, no, that's my homeboy Spatula. From Pacoima, dog.
Okay.
He put some fire and a cannon of fireworks in his ranfla, and then just did donuts. And
just to make a point here, in Los Angeles, they were told no one leave your house.
Yeah.
No one congregate near Staples Center. And this is what happened.
You know what every Mexican in Los Angeles said? Hold my beer, puto. Fucking, what's that vato's name? Garcetti?
Yes. Mayor Garcetti.
The Dodgers just won the World Series
Correct.
for the first time since 1988.
Yes.
Hey, stay in your house, don't go nowhere.
Yes, that's
literally
what they said.
Everyone with brown skin is like, am I on fucking Punk'd?
Where's
Austin Kutcher?
Probably didn't even think about it. Just was like, okay, those words just went over my head.
They might have been more motivated
to
fucking congregate. So my wife is pissed off because our anniversary was last week.
Uh-huh.
I think.
And what did you do wrong?
So last week. And I was like, I want to buy her something beautiful. And I know that she loves, aromatherapy candles and shit.
Yeah.
And I put her in the bubble bath a lot and put on the candles and I massage her and stuff. So I was like, I'm going to go and I'm going to break off some serious feria on a candle for her.
A candle,
And I
okay.
went to La Bed Bath and Beyond or whatever. And
So this is a candle, an aromatherapy candle that she can take a bath with and have the candle lit?
and luckily I'm an essential worker, so I
I
still
don't
have
think you're an essential worker.
I very essential, dog.
Okay.
So like I still have some cash flow, and I went down to the candle store and they didn't have like any of the good ones. So I went down to my homeboys in La Puente and I got a candle. He's like, this candle smells beautiful and it's very feminine.
Okay.
And so I bought it and I pull it out.
That seems nice.
And this kind of fucking trips out, dog. Look. What?
That candle is a vagina.
I know, fool. And I was thinking, wouldn't she love it? It's for a woman, you know?
no.
I was thinking like maybe she'd be like, oh, I'm gonna embrace my lady parts.
That's not a good gift.
No, because like
That's not a good gift.
I saw that fucking Madonna and Ashley Judd at the Women's March. They're like, you will not shame our vaginas. And I'm like, yeah, you go, girl. That's what, you know what? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I even said that. She opened, I was like, you go, girl. And she's like, you go, guy. Get the fuck out of the house.
I'm with Sad Girl. I got to be honest. Sorry, Rudy.
All right, dog.
All right.
Hey,
you going to be back tomorrow?
I'm going to be back, dog. I have one idea for your show.
Okay.
This is dope. This show. I'm really happy for you.
You're liking great news.
Happy for you, Mike.
Okay.
But mira, there used to be the show, dog, on KVO's Mexican channel.
Right.
The Spanish channel. And it was like pinche Jerry Springer.
Yes.
Pero they would let the audience come in and fight too. So like you would have homeboys like, oh, I cheated on Sylvia. and then the host would come out and be like, you are the father or whatever, you know, and instead of just like handling his business with the fool on stage, homies would come out and they like there was no Steve Wilkos, no none shit. They're just like, yeah, go ahead and box it out. What you should do that, fool. That'd be dope if you were doing like a.
But we're doing a great news show,
right?
And it's just Mike and I,
right? And like,
who's gonna come fight?
I can hire some vatos. Look at homie right there. He's young and strong.
Yeah.
That vato right. Hey, little spiky though. What if he just came in like, elbow, right? You'd be like, oh fuck.
No, I don't want to get hit with an elbow.
I think viewers ratings up. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I'll take it under advisement.
All right, done.
I'll think it through. Thank you, Rudy, for coming by. And I'm sorry about your anniversary. That seems like that may have been a disaster.
That was disastrous, right?
Yeah, that's.
Woo!
Hey, Mike.
Rudy.
Did you see Rudy?
What a breath of fresh air that fella is.
Right?
Do you ever wonder why I have a ring around my... I do.
You should.
By the way, we did our first episode. The whole thing goes down. We're both excited and pumped. I get done.
Right.
Finished.
Right.
And one of the camera guys is like, you know you have glitter all over your fucking face. And I was like, you
couldn't say that before?
I
didn't notice it.
My friend died.
What?
This
is great news with Kevin and Mike.
My friend passed away, non-COVID related, but 5-6 months ago, and we were really actually very close. And we had a social distancing funeral, but we all got up to say something to people that were really close to him, and I was one of those people, and I cried. I really love this guy. And crying, talking about him and how much I miss him, and we're all very emotional, and I get done and I sit down and the final person says their piece and we all kind of put our hands together and then it's a little bit more celebratory.
And you all start fighting?
I've been up in front of everyone and talking to people for fucking 20 minutes before I do this, where I'm and this girl comes up, she's like, you have a giant booger in your nose.
Do you not have anyone that loves you?
And I go to my friends, Mike and Sean, and I go,
Mike and Sean don't love you.
Why did you? And they're like, why would we? We wanted you to go up. And I was like, dude, okay, I get it. But that's
That's your good news?
Every
Great news?
guy knows that you have those friends.
Yeah, of
Where
course.
they're like, booger.
They did the right thing.
Booger, positive.
Yeah, they did the right thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Outro?
Outro, please.
Outro! That's what I'm talking about, bro! It's the motherfucking outro to the show, and it's really great news!
We'll see you tomorrow.
Kevin and Mike are here to give you great news!
Nice.